Hello everybody. I call this one finally fixing my broken workflow and the future of this channel. And I'm actually really angry right now because I tried to record this video on my phone and that's the message that I got. It says recording stopped due to an unknown reason or unknown error, and that's the story of my life right there. I've been recording on an iPhone for 10 years. It's always been a pain, but I think if you ignore politics and you ignore my personal life, both things I can describe probably without mentioning the word depression in it somewhere. From just a pure technical standpoint, I think I reached the point where I just can't continue working on my videos because it's too annoying, to be honest. And the question maybe here is like, why won't you just use the equipment you used before? So with all your videos that you made 10 years ago. And the honest answer here is I don't have the equipment anymore. I don't have access to this space anymore, and times they are changing, and this equipment is outdated anyway. So it was really painful to work with even back then. But I'm trying to fix my workflow, yes, and that's why I buy things like this camera right there. This is the great camera, Sony camera. It's Sony ZV-E10 Mark II, which is like the entry-level kind of the vlogger camera. It's really good. I love working with it. And the problem is it comes with this lens, kit lens, and it just doesn't work for me, so I had to buy this additional 50 millimeter lens, and this thing costs $1,000, and the lens is something like $200, and I buy all sorts of stuff. So I bought to record my voice, I bought this Tascam lav mic. I try things, and the thing is, when I started 10 years ago, I really got lucky in the sense when I was able to find a workflow that works for me and that just works, and I can just get an idea, outline the lesson, then go to my studio and record it, no problem. Right now I am always getting problems because right now I need to fix my setup, I need to buy additional gear all the time, try different things, and always having troubles. For instance, in my latest lesson on Radio City Serenade, that was a nightmare, both to record and to edit, because when you got footage from a camera like this and from an iPhone, then you realize how bad this camera really is. It's a really bad camera, and it's a nightmare to just try to these two footages look good pretty much. And same with audio. So when you record to this, it records on an SD card and it's a separate file. So I need to find, and when you try to combine it, it's all manual. You need to synchronize the audio, and it's really difficult. And so that's a lot of manual labor here, and it's just impossible. So you either film everything on an iPhone or you film everything on the camera like this. The problem here is that I need a second camera. That's another $1,000 right there. And so it's a really long process here. And if you want to record properly on an iPhone, where you can plug in SSD and whatnot, it's another story. It's a whole other story. You need to basically buy a whole package so you can charge it, record at the same time, record to an SSD, and at the end of the day you get a mediocre quality. So my goal right now, and thanks to my Patreon supporters, by the way, if you wonder where this money is going to, that's where it's going to. It's going to cameras like this, lenses like this, it's going to microphones like this, and cables like this. Just too many different, all the cables, microphones. I'm just trying to find a solution for my videos to work, really. And it's like walking. So you go outside, you put on your favorite pair of shoes, and then you find out like it's terrible, it's painful, and it's not how it's supposed to work. It's supposed to give you some kind of pleasure, and I realized that I don't want to do it the old way. So I really want to do it the proper way, with cameras like this, 2 cameras like this, with a proper microphone, so like a better microphone situation. So I'm recording everything at the same time, and it's easier to edit, it's easier to record. And actually my workflow with this camera would be, when I get this second camera finally, this one camera would be focused on my picking hand, and the second camera with this lens will be focused on my fretting hand. And then I can sit down, and from this thing, instead of filming on an iPhone, I can just control the camera from this phone while sitting down, and I can actually control the focus on this camera, on both cameras, from the same position, and I can nail down the focus from both cameras, and I can hit record remotely from an iPhone from both cameras. And then combined with the microphone, with the proper microphone which records everything at the same time, with 2 microphones on my guitar including, so that's 3 microphones. Then and the footage from this camera, it's like you can just use raw files. It barely needs any color correction. So you just combine 2 angles, and that's it. It works like magic. So really the message of this video is probably I'm working really hard on getting all this stuff, on getting rid of this thing, and just recording properly. And if you want to support me, you can always support me on Patreon. That's where all the money is going. And thank you for your time, thank you for your patience. I really want, like I said, I really want to continue making these videos. I really like it, and the results are great. I'm happy with the results. I'm happy that I was promoted by Mark Knopfler himself, which is unheard of, and I have no other choice really. No matter what's happening, I have no other choice but to continue. And if you want to support me, you can support me. And yeah, I can't wait to continue making my videos. Thanks for watching. Yeah, so I watched back my little speech here and wanted to add a couple of things. So first of all, my main challenge here is because I have a very limited space right now, I need to find a solution that's very, very compact. So I don't want additional stands, additional shotgun mics and stuff like that. So I'm trying to find a really compact solution with one stand, two stands, and this space it gets used every day. So I need to quickly just change this setup. So it has to be really mobile. It has to be really affordable because I can't afford really expensive stuff anyway. And so it has to be really compact, affordable, efficient, fun to work with, and all this combined. And I'm working really hard on nailing each of these check marks pretty much. And the second thing I wanted to mention, like I said, I really like this process, and I'm a song person. I love songs. That's my favorite thing in the world. I love songs, and I love transcribing songs, learning them, teaching songs, playing just for fun, just for pleasure. Even though I'm not like a professional musician, I still enjoy songs and I live by them. And I love actually editing too, despite the fact that it's like I said, I hate editing iPhone footage, but it's still fun. It still gives me an massive amount of pleasure, and I want to continue doing that. And as long as I'm alive, I will continue doing that. So let's hope that I fix this situation, and see you later.